What's up, Don?
Legendary promoter Don King. So much has been happening in the world of boxing lately. Adrian Broner disrespecting things, 50 Cent getting into the mix. What do you think about all this?
I think it's great. You know what I mean? The more the merrier. Let them come on in and be a part of the American dream and work at it. You know, they will find out that you have to work as well as pray. And so it's something that I advocate, you know what I mean? Bringing America to deal with what is real. And in dealing with what is real is, you have to go back to the cause, not to the effects. And once we bring in the falsity of inferiority and superiority, and we bring in the falsity of letting people believe something that is not true, then you can deal with what is true, and that means America, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That means all. So, you know, it's only 3 words you need. It's inclusiveness first, and then fight ignorance and poverty. And you got it made. So therefore, you can't stay on one side and say you want this for you and everybody else there, and then when another person try to do it, you deny them that opportunity.
Okay.
Can't do it.
Well, did Adrian Broner disrespect the sport by not making weight and pulling his antics at the post-fight interview?
Well, those things happen, you know what I mean? It just shows the difference between a man who is committed, dedicated to do it as they were in the days of yesteryear, of Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, the inimitable jab that Larry Holmes displayed, went in and fought with one arm against Ken Norton. This is what you have to do. When you see guys that do those type of things, they're really looking for what date they're going to be on TV or what you're going to do, rather than being dedicated to what they're doing. You know, you can't give up the glory. The glory is what makes it. It's incidental that you get paid when you're good. So you got to worry about how much money you're going to get, where you're going to get. They put money before the glory and the integrity of the sport. So you find those type of things happening, and they don't have people surrounding them that will tell them like it is. They become a lot of weak-minded yes and guys that want to agree regardless of whether you're right or wrong. Deal with right, you know what I mean, and then you can make it happen.
Tell me this, is it right or wrong to have women in the sport of professional boxing? Women
should be anything that they want to be. They should have choice. That's why God gave us choice. You know what I mean? Now, if he wanted to be what he is God. He could make us all pious and holier than thou, you know what I mean? And everybody would be what everybody wants to be. But they don't do that. He gives us choice for the good or the evil.
Well, should promoters?
Yeah, listen, women, I may want to put them on the, put Christy Martin on Sports Illustrated, became the champion of the world. You know what I mean? They deserve what they want. I can find other things for them to do, in my personal opinion, but who am I to usurp their rights? They are Americans, and they are the same creed. One nation indivisible, with liberty and justice for all men are created equal. Me created equal with women too, because from their loins sprang nation time.
The promoters are not doing it anymore. You promoted Christie early on, no longer. Golden Boy, no. Top Rank, no. We have Americans in the Olympics for the first time. The women are going to fight, but is that going to make any difference? And should California promoters in particular, with all the great California women fighters, put on shows featuring them?
California, like every other state in the union, should practice Americanism. And in Americanism, you cannot prevent anyone or usurp their rights. You may not agree with what they say, but they have the right to say it. You may not agree with what they do, but as long as their doing doesn't create problems for the masses of the people and the majority of the people, they have a right to be able to do that. So, you know, what they're doing, they're practicing pious and benign Americanism on one hand, and they're doing the same thing that any totalitarian dictator would be doing on the other hand. You must give people their rights and let them make their choice, and if you cannot persuade them, you know what I mean, to say that this choice is a bad choice or whatever, then they have to let the chips fall where they may. They got to have the right to do it.
So you'd look to see the future for women's boxing professionally to decline or increase based on promoters getting involved?
Well, you know, it's up to them and where they want to be. It was at the top of the heap when I had Mike Tyson and Christy Martin fighting on the same cards and getting women from all around the world that was fighting. You know, it's an idea whose time has come, and you cannot change that. Victor Hugo says nothing, marching armies is more powerful than an idea whose time has come. William Cullen Bryant said the truth crushed at earth will rise again. Thomas Carlyle said no lie can live forever. So you got to be able to deal with what is real. If the public buy it and they decide they want to do it, let's do it. You know what I mean? May not agree with it, but that ain't my right, because I don't agree with something that becomes so dictatorial and so goddamn strong that I can say, you can't do this, you can't do that. That is why the problem of the color line has existed in our country for 400 years and our country for 200 legitimately. So you can't be able to do that. People are people, white and black alike. Working together works.
Well, they can't make an educated opinion unless they get an opportunity to view them in action. And that takes promoters.
You said the word opportunity in the land of opportunity. White and black alike, everybody have that opportunity. You cannot deny them the opportunity, nor would I would be one of their strongest advocates, because without them, you wouldn't be here. That's what is so ridiculous about it all. You got to be able to deal with women just like you do anybody else. That male chauvinism, the time has changed and time is gone. It's a different world now. And as people become more informed, more enlightened, more conscious of what it is, you got to be able to deal with that. You know what I mean? So I would rather spend my energy and time helping that woman to be whatever she wants to be and extolling her virtue and condemning anything negative and making her be what she wants to be, because she's beautiful. She's everything.
Can we expect more women then on future Don King shows? And would you be an advocate, as you say, to encourage Golden Boy, Tom Frank, and other big promoters to feature women's boxing?
I'm an advocate for America. And America says one land, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. I do not promote individually ethnicities. I promote America. And in saying only in America, that means that they have the right to do what they want to do. And I will help them to protect that right. You know what I mean? Whether I agree with what they do is one thing, is another. But that's the fact of the matter is, I'm a promoter of America, and I can't be a selective and convenient promoter of America. I must take America like it is, with the bitter and the sweet, but deal with the upward mobility and the elevation of the American people, black and white alike.
Don, you're one of a kind. We love you. Keep on keeping on.
Only in America, the greatest nation in the world, and don't you ever forget it.